F major, G box, A with the flat 6, C, well, what do we call that? Super box, and then back to the D, or actually to the D minor. So you've got actually 5 shapes, that you can play, over every time you're going to use that. So that's a lot of work, but you can tie it all together. But that's what the great part about it is, is that you've got all these different shapes that you can play together. Like I like to do sometimes where, let's say, it's a 2/5 into F. Maybe I'll take the G minor, play a G box, which has the root, the 9, the 4, the 5, the flat 7. It doesn't have the 3, but it's got the flat 7 in the root. And slide up to the A flat box, on the C7. And that makes it the C altered, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. Go into detail about that. So A flat box on the C7, and then A box on the F major, which is the 3, the sharp 4, the 13, the 7, the 9, and the 3. So you get the 3 and the 7 in there. You don't have the root. You don't have the root, but you end up having lines like this, or whatever, right kind of stuff, right? And it's all great. There's no avoid notes, and there are some pentatonics that you can employ that that do have. Let me fix this real quick so it won't go dark on us here. Okay, we should be good. So, not sure what I was saying just a second ago. Oh, you have all these different pentatonics that right now that we're going to talk about. They're going to be pretty straightforward. So let's talk about the Tune Beautiful Love that you've been working on, and we'll do the same thing on Solar as well. So let's do this. We're going to change it up a little bit. So over the E minor 7 flat 5s for right now, why don't you do straight up G minor, right? G minor. So you've got 3 flat 3 flat 5, 13 flat 7, flat 9. So you got the flat 9 in there, which is a flat 2, which is an avoid note. So you just have to be aware of it. It's not going to sound bad if you pass through it. It's not even going to sound bad if you hit it on the downbeat of 1. As long as you, resolve it. Instead of right. So G minor pentatonic on the E minor 7 flat 5 chord. Now, let's take, and we're going to do a B flat minor, my bad. For fun, let's do it this way, for fun. So we're going to do a G minor pentatonic over the E minor 7 flat 5. Over the A7, we're going to do an E flat. Let's see what I want to do. I want to do that. This ends up being the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a C minor pentatonic over the A7, right? So C minor pentatonic over the A7. So that means it's going to be what? C is the sharp 9. E flat's the flat 5. F's the flat 13. G is the 7. B flat is the flat 9. And then that's sort of making it an altered sound. So you got sharp 9, you got flat 5, you got flat 13, you got flat 7, you got flat 9 in there. So G minor pentatonic over the E minor 7 flat 5, and C minor pentatonic over the A7 flat 9. Remember, that means the what? If it's a G minor pentatonic, then you can do all the shapes as well over it, right? So let's go to the D minor chord. So let's do something interesting over that. Let's switch it up to a major chord, major pentatonic. So we're gonna do. Let me think for a second. We're gonna do F major over the D minor chord. Okay. So F major over the D minor, which means the G box, which means all the different shapes, right? But the F major gives you the flat 3, the 4, the 5, the flat 7, you know, the 1, and the flat 3 again. Again, if you start that on the D, then that's the D minor pentatonic. G, the F is the box. So, you know, those are the different shapes you want to, and you want to try to, what you want to try to do is you want to, you know, try to, you know, connect them a little bit, you know. Like if I was to do the first one, G minor, you know, so maybe I'm going to go from B flat major to C minor. So, sorry. What was I doing? Makes a B flat major. To the D minor. Right. So these are just some soloistic kind of stuff, right? So over the D7, let's do something interesting over the D7. Let's play an A flat major pentatonic over the D7. Excuse me. So A flat major is going to get you what? Flat 5, flat 13, flat 7, flat 9, sharp 9, flat 5, major, which makes the B flat the box. Cool. G minor pentatonic. Let's use an F major pentatonic over that. Or better yet, we're just going to use a D minor pentatonic over that. Right? So D, F, G, A, C, D, 5, flat 7, root 9, 4, 5. Which gives you a lot of different shapes, right? Gives you the F major, you know. It gives you the G box, you know. So if we were to take that G box over the G minor 7, and then on the C7 we're going to play G flat major pentatonic, right? Make it the altered. It's just a sub 5 really, right? Flat 5, flat 13, flat 7, flat 9, sharp 9, up to the flat 5. So we're going to take that. So if we're going to take the shape off that, we've got the G box. We've got the A flat box. And on the F major chord, we're actually going to play G major pentatonic, all right? G major pentatonic. So G, A, B, D, E, G, which is what? 9, 3, sharp 11, 13, 7, 9. So now you've got, if you start that on the A, that's the box. So now you've got those 3 box shapes. Right? And if some of this stuff is, you already have this down, man, just let me know and I'll up the game a little bit. So far we've covered most of the chords in the tune except for the B flat dominant 7, right? Excuse me. The B flat 7, which is the sub 5 of the 5, right? The sub 5 of the 5. So why don't we play over the B flat? Why don't we instead play a, let me think for a second, what's the best way to do that? Let's play G minor. You know, G minor over the B flat 7, which is going to give us what? 13, root, 9, 3, 5. Not 5. Is that 5? Yeah. It is. 5, and then 9. 13. 13. So 13 or 6, root, 9 or 2, 3, 5, back to 13. And again, that gives you the C box. Right? Right? So you get this whole thing, this C box thing, and then you're already going to the C minor pentatonic on the A7. We've already established that. So you've got this, you know. So it's kind of like, there's one note different, really, right? There's only one note different between the two, but you can really have some fun with that. We got the D minor. The other one we haven't done is the G7, right? So that's a G7. You know, that's again, that's a Lydian flat 7 chord scale. You know, what we might do on that for fun. No, we don't want to do that. So we want to do. We want to do E minor pentatonic. Right on the G7. Right, so you got 13 again. You got the natural tensions. The 13, the root, the 9, the 3.